And our top focus this evening on Super 6 is the Telangana reservation fight, the quota for backward classes. It's been something that's been raging on from Telangana for the last few months. That fight reached Delhi today, with Telangana Chief Minister Revanth Reddy joined, in fact, by all of the MPs, MLAs, ministers, came together to hold a massive protest at Jantar Mantar, demanding presidential approval for the BC reservation bills. Essentially, it aims to provide 42% reservation to backward classes in local body elections, in education, as well as in several other such streams, including government jobs. Now, mind you, if this is made a reality, and if the president gives its nod, this does exceed the Supreme Court cap of 50%. So there's still no clarity on how the Telangana government plans to make this a reality. But for now, they're pushing, and they're pushing hard for the president to give her nod. Let's get you all the details of that massive dharna in Delhi first.
From Hyderabad to Delhi, the quota fight has now peaked. Telangana Chief Minister Revanth Reddy touched down in the national capital with one demand: to make the 42% quota proposal a reality. Revanth Reddy has been on a mission to get the 42% reservation for backward classes passed, and while it got the cabinet and the assembly nod, the president is yet to give her stamp of approval. Chief Minister Revanth hit the streets of Delhi with state ministers, attempting to pile pressure on the powerhouse of Delhi to approve the proposed legislation.
42% रिजर्वेशन के लिए हम बिल पास किए, वो बिल गवर्नर ने राष्ट्रपति जी एक्सेप्टेंस के लिए दिल्ली भेजा है। 4 महीने हो गए, मगर राष्ट्रपति जी से कोई जवाब वापस नहीं आया। ओबीसी बिल पास करवाने के लिए हम लोग आज सड़क से लेकर संसद तक हम लोग लड़ाई कर रहे हैं। इंडिया गठबंधन भी पूरा हमको मदद दिए, मगर फिर भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी एनडीए सरकार ने यहाँ पर ध्यान नहीं दे रहा है।
The Telangana Chief Minister and Rahul Gandhi will also be meeting the President to seek approval for the quota, as the bill is still awaiting the Rashtrapati Bhavan nod.
Because this was the promise made by Rahul Gandhi ji during Bharat Jodo Yatra. This bill was passed in the assembly and also in the cabinet, and the ordinance has been sent to the governor for the approval, and governor has sent it to President of India for this particular ordinance to get through. And we also, the Member of Parliaments from Telangana, we have invited personally all the India Alliance MPs.
The BJP, meanwhile, has dismissed the Congress's allegations of a go-slow in Delhi, questioning the quota breakdown.
42% రిజర్వేషన్లో 10% ముస్లింలు 5% మాత్రమే ఇలా బీసీలకు ఇస్తే దీన్ని బీసీ రిజర్వేషన్స్ అంటారా, ముస్లిం రిజర్వేషన్స్ అంటారా? కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ స్పష్టం చేయాలి. రాహుల్ గాంధీ గారి సమక్షంలో మీరు ప్రకటించిన బీసీ డిక్లరేషన్లో 10% ముస్లింలకు ఇస్తామని చెప్పి మీరు స్పష్టం చేసిరా?
The quota fight has been escalating in Telangana, with the BRS's K. Kavita also demanding that the Revanth government ensure the reservation becomes a reality.
We are demanding both these national parties that you should give clarity to the people of Telangana. If 10% of Muslim population's reservation is a part of BC bill or not. If it is a part of it, please say so openly and fight for it. If it is not, please say so openly and let the BJP pass this 42% bill. But these two parties are playing with the BCs of Telangana, not clarifying their stand.
With the Telangana Chief Minister now fighting it out in Delhi for his quota move, questions will be asked on whether the dharna was more about political messaging and optics, since the bill currently is at the President's office. Bureau Report, India Today.
So now, of course, we'll have to wait and watch to see if the president gives her nod or not. But let's break down for you exactly what this quota proposal is all about that's raised such a storm in Telangana. What is the current existing quota versus the proposed change that's being made based on really the caste survey that was conducted successfully in Telangana? If you look at really the numbers here, backward classes in education sector, the current quota is at 29%. The erstwhile BRS government also proposed to to hike that, but it was a proposal, never went through. So it was at 29%. Now the proposed reservation now is 42%. So they want to increase that by about 13% essentially. And this is based on the data that the caste survey threw up, based on which the government said that, look, this will ensure adequate representation and opportunity for the BCs, the backward classes. Similarly, in government jobs too, the current quota is about 28-29%. They want to push it to 42%. In local bodies, it's somewhere between 18 to 23%. The reason for that difference is because with every constituency, with every area, district, that number obviously changes based on the population. That's the current quota. The proposed quota, again here, is to become 42%. Here's the challenge for the government. The total quota currently is at 50%, and that's usually the norm, except of course in exceptions like Tamil Nadu. But 50% is the Supreme Court cap. In Telangana, with this proposed reservation that the government is pitching for of 42%, that reaches 67%. And so there's a big question mark on really how that can actually happen. We're talking about really the BC plus SC plus ST quota. If all the changes are brought in as the government wants, it'll take it to 67%, exceeds the Supreme Court cap of 50%. So there's a big challenge for the government, besides really just getting the president's nod, in ensuring this becomes a reality, because it will be inevitably challenged in court as well. Let me bring in on this broadcast our panelists also who are joining us here to discuss really what their political stand is on this issue. We've got NV Subhash, spokesperson of the BJP in Telangana, Krishank Mani, leader of the BRS, and Sama Ram Mohan Reddy, spokesperson of the Congress. Thank you all very much for your time. Namaskaram, good evening. Ram Mohan Reddy, I'd like to begin with you. What really was the mission with which Revanth Reddy Garu and, of course, the might of the Telangana Congress reached the national capital today? You do realize that while you go ahead with this agitation, and let's say the president goes ahead and gives a nod, you're still going to face a Herculean task in making this a reality.
Good evening, Akshita. Telangana government under the leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Revanth Reddy Garu is committed to increase the reservation quota of BCs from 23% to 42%, like you showed it on your screen just a few minutes ago. See, our fight is legitimate. So we have come up with a comprehensive survey for 50 days with more than 1 lakh officers working on ground, and there is a data available as per in compliance with the Supreme Court order. Today, we are demanding for 42% reservation for BCs, and we have reached to Delhi because in March of this year, 2025, we have passed two pivotal bills in Telangana Legislative Assembly and sent to the governor. And from there, government has sent it to the assent approval of the president of this country. So it's been 4 months now. We are still waiting. So what is the delay? And what are the hurdles? So we are committed.
I'll ask that question. I'll definitely ask that question, Mr. Reddy, but also answer my question about what really is the government's game plan here of ensuring that, for example, if this is challenged in court, you actually go ahead and get it through. How do you do that? Because like I said, it exceeds the Supreme Court cap of 50%.
This cap has come in 1992 in Indira Sahani case. But central government has found its way by 103rd amendment of EWC reservation, increasing the reservation quota from 50% cap to another 10%, which has come to 59.5% in central institutions. So how had they found the way? Likewise, we are demanding 42% reservation for BCs as well. If central government committed to increase the reservation, it will find its way, just like it found in EWS reservation, which was also upheld by the Honorable Supreme Court of this country.
Okay, that was EWS, but I take your point. Let me bring it up with Mr. NV Subhash. Subhash Garu, what do you have to say about the Congress constantly questioning why it's taking so long? There has been 4 months that, there's an attempt to stall this. They're saying that the central government is not committed to the backward classes.
Good evening, Akshita, and the fellow the panelists. This is a very interesting debate because this has been going on in Telangana from past so many the months. what we claim the Bharatiya Janata Party is that when Rahul Gandhi came to the Kamaredi, which is one of the district in Telangana, he has made a declaration that 42% exclusively reservations will be given to BC community. At that time, none of the Congress leaders, including Rahul Gandhi, has mentioned that in that we will be adding another 10% in that for Muslim reservations in that. So our point is that out of 42%, 10% if it goes exclusively for the Muslims in that there are so many backward classes and that we also agree on that. But there is BCD reservations, BCE reservations, which is exclusively for backward classes in the Muslims on that. So the real BCs, the BC communities are getting affected on that. For example, in 2020 GHMC elections in Hyderabad, out of 150 corporations we have, in that 50% which has been reserved for BCs, in that 35% Muslims have won from MIM. This is, really snatching away the, this thing they have to get from the BCs. It has
No,
been
so
really taken away from
Subhash,
them.
Mr.
So
Subhash,
my,
are you against the 10% quota
no,
for Muslims? This is based. Go ahead, sir.
we are 100% supporting BC bill because our legislators have already passed this bill, supported
you
in
let it
assembly
pass,
also. Assembly also. But at the same time, we said remove that cap, the 10% on that. It is, as you have declared in the Kamaredi, where your top leader from Delhi has come, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, he has very clearly said that 42% exclusively. Why are you again mixing Muslims in that? This is what we are just against on that. See, there is a cap, as you are very clearly saying that 50% cap, where the reservation, the Supreme Court has given the judgment in 1992 Indira Sahni case, where 50% cannot exceed on that. Why are you bringing that EWS? EWS is above 100%, 110%. If there are 100 admissions in the medical college, 10 admissions extra they have given. In that, it has been given on that. So this is literally confusing and then making this
Before I bring in Krishank Mane also of the BRS, Ramon Reddy, do you want to quickly respond to what Subhash Garu has raised here about the 10% reservation for Muslims?
I don't know why BJP is confused and trying to confuse people.
Because see, from which page,
I don't know from which page they have drawn. Because we are seeking the increase of reservation for BCs, not on the base of religion or caste, on the base of BCs, backwardness, social and economical backwardness, educational backwardness. There is a comprehensive survey, because if there is no word called Muslim in the statement, there is no future for BJP. That's the reason they are resorting to such spreading of lies. But we are fighting for the increase of reservations for BCs altogether. And show me a single state. Show me a single state of any BJP ruling state where Muslims are considered separately but not under BC quota. Show me a single state.
In Gujarat, in Uttar
Tell me
Pradesh,
challenge on
Gujarat
Gujarat.
and Uttar Pradesh also we have
Okay,
given
one second.
the Muslim
They are
community.
taking
One
all the
second, Mr.
benefits.
Subhash,
Yes,
hold on.
Muslims are taking benefits under
Let me bring in Krishank Mane. He's been waiting patiently for his turn. Krishank, go ahead. What's the BRS's stand on all that's playing out? I know that this is an issue also that the BRS has spoken a lot on reservation on quota for the backward classes.
Akshita Garu, believing in the state government that they had a proper roadmap, the BRS supported them in the assembly resolution. But now I hear the Congress, when they are talking, that they are totally blank about this and they do not have a proper roadmap, because I don't understand how did EWS come up into this. 50% reservation is the Supreme Court cap of the reservations for OBCs, scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and the EWS is within the 50% of the forward castes or above that, or a supernumerary quota, but doesn't at all affect the 50% of the Supreme Court cap, which was clearly mentioned with a 3:2 ratio. So I don't understand Congress's argument with this blatant confusion of the Congress. And here Bharatiya Janata Party, they bring in the minority or the Muslim reservation into this as an issue. Well, number one, Akshita Garu, you have asked a straight question. How would you deal with the Supreme Court cap of the 50%? So the Bharatiya Janata Party should answer that. One second, if you keep the Muslim reservation argument aside, are you willing to break the cap of the 50% is what the government of India should answer. Number two, such a huge protest today by the Congress government. The whole of the cabinet was there. Chief Minister was there. Rahul Gandhi ji just tweeting will not do. Take it up in the parliament. We request the Supreme AICC leader Rahul Gandhi ji to debate in parliament, number one. And you have
No, but
represented...
Rahul Gandhi, Krishank, has said that he's going to be there for the meeting also with the president. Rahul Gandhi has also put out a post on social media, as has Priyanka Gandhi.
Akshita ji, my request is only the road forward is you have a Rajya Sabha parliamentarian, Abhishek Manu Singhvi ji, who's being representing from Telangana. They've given him a seat. Please approach the Honorable Supreme Court. By protesting in Jantar Mantar will not give a solution. Go to the Supreme Court, challenge it, break the 50% cap. As you have given the figures, it rises up to 67%. Then we will have a logical solution. You will have an act here. The 42% reservation, of course. Again, Jitni Abadi, Utna Hissedari, Bhagidari is the slogan what they've given. Kamareddy resolution, which should actually come to 46%. But nevertheless, at least way forward, you will get the 42% by approaching the Supreme Court, not sitting near the Jantar Mantar.
You know, we keep constantly talking of the Kamareddy declaration. Ramohan Reddy, looking at what happened in Kamareddy, the promise that was made versus what's happened in Delhi and the protest that we saw today. The question that constantly comes up is, was this dharna only about optics, about showing resolve? Because the Congress knows that making it become a reality is going to be a challenge?
See, it is our effort. It is our effort, and we are still we are going on because it is a fight for BCs and their legitimate right. Because clarity number one, just now BRS spokesperson addressed that they supported these bills in assembly. Sorry to say, I don't know whether he is having that knowledge or not. Leader of opposition in Telangana was not present when these bills were passed. They were against it.
One vote. What
leader
about
of
the rest
opposition
of
was
the
not
votes?
present. Not present.
Either be
And
divergent politics.
and BRS
No, when you're
and
talking
BRS party,
specifics,
BRS
did BRS
party,
MLAs and party
BRS
support or
party
not?
during the tenure, during the tenure for 9.5
This
years,
is below the belt
almost a
politics,
decade,
Ram.
BC's
Hold on.
reservations in local bodies were limited to 23%. 23%.
No,
At least they
before
have
we go
never
forward,
showed.
before we go
At least
forward,
they have
quickly
never
on that
showed any
point that you
efforts to
raised.
fight for it.
Akshita.
Just on that point, yes,
Akshita ji, I'd
Krishank.
like
Yes,
to answer
Krishank,
this.
quickly. Yeah.
Akshita ji, here again they want to go to the rhetorics that KCR ji is not coming to assembly. BRS supported, BRS MLAs.
Because they are not serious.
All the MLAs supported them and the number. Please go check your votes if you've done voting, number one. Number two, why are you telling just half facts? Why don't you tell that High Court also stopped KCR government's ordinance of raising it to 34%? 34% KCR's government tried, which Akshita ji mentioned. I'm giving you the accurate figures.
These guys were limited to state high court.
KCR's government
These guys were
released the
limited
same
to state
ordinance
high
like
court.
you, which
Okay,
High
one-
Court
their
cancelled
efforts.
it.
Okay,
Just like what
Krishank,
happened
Krishank,
to
you've
Madhya
had your say.
Pradesh,
You've asked that
same thing
question.
happened
You've
to
asked that
Telangana.
question. Let Ramohan Reddy respond.
See, boasting their effort, they were limited to approaching only High Court, Honorable High Court of Telangana. Okay, they were limited to
You
the
go to
state.
Supreme Court.
But we are on the Delhi streets today. So if you
Please
are
go to the
serious
court.
about the
Akshita,
increase
let
of
me
reservation,
Court.
where
ask
are
the
you?
same question.
Why have you failed to join the hands with the party?
Please go to Supreme
Irrespective
Court,
of political
not road
parties,
tamasha.
don't you have a
Akshita.
stand to fight for the
Okay.
reservation?
Okay,
What is
okay,
your
gentlemen,
MLA
one at
talking
a
there?
time.
Modi
One at
ji
a time, one at
What
a
is
time,
your
Krishank.
stand?
Let me,
That is the
Subhash Karu,
statement you went
Subhash
on
Karu,
there
go
for.
ahead.
They
Subhash Karu.
failed. They failed
Yeah.
BCs for
See,
last
the
9.5
Congress,
years.
the Congress doesn't have the heart to support, the BC bill, because in past so many years in the combined Andhra Pradesh also, they never made the chief minister from the BC community. After, Telangana formation has been done, they never made the BC as the chief minister. Even in the Revanth Reddy's cabinet, as on today, they are, advocating for 42% reservation. They have only three, the BC, the ministers. Even in the corporations also they didn't have. In the last parliament and assembly elections also, they did not really allot according to the reservations which are really promised to MPs and MLAs. Now they are talking about it. Whereas in Modi's government, 27 OBCs, the BCs are the ministers. We have made the BC commissions. Do we have the support of the BCs, or do you have the support on that? Knowing that it is impossible to implement, they wanted to divert the attention of the people of Telangana, because Revanth Reddy's government is failed in almost in all subjects from past 20 months. Every day, new drama, as the KCR has been doing earlier also. Now,
Okay.
they are doing it. What is the point in going to Delhi and then making a hue and cry when you are, AICC leaders, they are supposed to come for the dharna. They did not come. BCs
Okay.
did not come. You have just made just an event management show.
Can I
drawing
just
the
cut
media
across
attention.
to a news break that's also coming in? Gentlemen, I request you to stay with me because this is a statement that Revanth Reddy has made today in Jantar Mantar, which has triggered a huge controversy, where essentially he's put out a message saying however great or powerful someone is, whatever position they hold, if they oppose Rahul Gandhi's vision and message, Telangana will mark the political death of their career. This is the statement that's come in from Revanth Reddy right now. This is at Jantar Mantar, where he's spoken. He said, we've come to Jantar Mantar to take Rahul Gandhi's message to every corner of the country. Revanth Reddy essentially suggesting that anyone who doesn't in fact stand by Rahul Gandhi's vision and message, Telangana will mark the political death of their career. A message essentially that anyone who's not with the Congress will have no political future in the state of Telangana. This is what Revanth Reddy has said in his address that's just happened a while ago at the Jantar Mantar in the national capital. Just before, in fact, he had made these comments, he'd also put a pitch saying very clearly that Rahul Gandhi is fighting for the rights of the backward classes, and so that's why they are pushing for this kind of reservation. But Revanth Reddy now, the Telangana Chief Minister, has quoted controversy with this particular statement. Reactions already coming in with the BJP lashing out at the Telangana Chief Minister's message, saying that in a democracy, there's no place for these kind of comments, where Revanth Reddy has said essentially that anyone who doesn't stand with Rahul Gandhi has no future in Telangana. He says it will mark the political death of their career. That's the message that the Telangana Chief Minister has given out. I'll take this across to our panelists as well for their reaction. So on this, Mr. Reddy, is this, you're seeing controversy over this. Ramohan Reddy, would you like to react to everyone who's questioning how the Telangana Chief Minister can talk about the political death of someone's career? But before that, let me listen in to exactly what the Telangana Chief Minister said.
ఎవరైనా సరే ఎంత గొప్పోడైనా ఎంత పెద్దోడైనా ఏ పదవిలో ఉన్నా సరే రాహుల్ గాంధీ గారి శిలా శాసనానికి ఎదురొస్తే వాళ్ళ పాలిట మరణ శాసనం తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం రాయబోతుంది. రాహుల్ గాంధీ గారి సందేశమే దేశం నలుమూలలకు చేరవేయడానికి ఈ రోజు జంతర్ మంతర్కు వచ్చినాం సోదరులారా. ఎవరైనా సరే ఎంత గొప్పోడైనా ఎంత పెద్దోడైనా ఏ పదవిలో ఉన్నా సరే రాహుల్ గాంధీ గారి శిలా శాసనానికి ఎదురొస్తే వాళ్ళ పాలిట మరణ శాసనం తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం రాయబోతుంది. రాహుల్ గాంధీ గారి సందేశమే దేశం నలుమూలలకు చేరవేయడానికి ఈ రోజు జంతర్ మంతర్కు వచ్చినాం సోదరులారా.
Okay, so that's the statement that's coming from Revanth Reddy that's led to a huge controversy. Mr. Subhash, would you like to comment on the comment made there by the Telangana Chief Minister, where he's used words like Marana Sadhanam?
Exactly. This is, we are living in the democracy, the country, world's largest democracy. People have been appreciating all over the world in that. This kind of statements really doesn't go very well. And in earlier also, Revanth Reddy has made a controversial statements about, the press, just YouTubers and that. He said he will go and slap on them. What kind of statements is that? Is it not Pakistan, or this is, the Bangladesh? This is India. This is, the democratic India. You cannot make derogatory statements against, all the people on that. If this is called the height of stupidity and height of appeasement to the Gandhi family, because you wanted to save your chair. Because your days are numbered. There are so many people against you within the Congress party who wanted to dethrone you, because all the failures which have been done, now you are putting with everyone in that. Because knowing that you cannot implement the schemes you have promised them, and after 20 months also people are against you. You don't have the courage to go to the upcoming local body elections, where the Honorable High Court has very clearly said by September 30th of this month, this year, the election should be held. So all these things are diverting the politics.
Okay, Ramohan Reddy, your response to this. There have been several questions about whether this is the right kind of language to be used by the Telangana Chief Minister.
Akshita, the statements made by our Honorable Chief Minister, let us not let us not interpret it in a bad light, because his style of dialogues and his style of statements or his style of speeches is quite natural. He's not like, he's not, what he thinks, he just speaks. And there is an ancient proverb of Marana Shasanam. It doesn't mean like, direct threat to some individual in a diplomatic way. Like we are supporting our leader to any extent, whomever confronts him. That's what he meant. And let us not interpret
You're
in
going to kill
some
them.
bad lights
No,
and
Reddy,
showcase him in a bad
Garu,
picture.
the thing is that I know Telugu. So when, Marana Sadhanam is said, I know exactly what it means. Krishank.
Akshita Garu, we are not in ancient period. Rahul Gandhi is not our king. I'm sorry. This Shila Sasanam and Marana Shasanam, death penalty, if Rahul Gandhi's word is a word, it is a decree. And if you do not follow it, you will be penalized with death, is unacceptable. He has to apologize. And this platform is not right. You are not in some electioneering speech also. You have moved as government, you are there protesting for the OBC 42%. And what are you talking? And when you are, as a chief minister, talking like this, in the same platform, one MLA, if I say this, they will say that, okay, Bharatiya Janata Party, BRS. But no, I've heard one MLA, Congress MLA from the same dais saying that Revanth Reddy ji said, we've come all the way to Delhi here to bend Narendra Modi's back and punch him on his back. Vangabatti, Guddadaniki, ikkadiki vachinam, Guddutane 42% will come if we punch him. This was said by Adilabad MLA Vedama Bojju. So, Chief Minister should set an example. This language is not done.
Okay, let me just play out once again exactly what the Telangana Chief Minister said, and then I'll take in closing comments from our panelists also on the larger debate that we were having over the reservation for backward classes. But listen in to exactly what the Telangana Chief Minister said.
ఎవరైనా సరే ఎంత గొప్పోడైనా ఎంత పెద్దోడైనా ఏ పదవిలో ఉన్నా సరే రాహుల్ గాంధీ గారి శిలా శాసనానికి ఎదురొస్తే వాళ్ళ పాలిట మరణ శాసనం తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం రాయబోతుంది. రాహుల్ గాంధీ గారి సందేశమే దేశం నలుమూలలకు చేరవేయడానికి ఈ రోజు జంతర్ మంతర్కు వచ్చినాం సోదరులారా. ఎవరైనా సరే ఎంత గొప్పోడైనా ఎంత పెద్దోడైనా ఏ పదవిలో ఉన్నా సరే రాహుల్ గాంధీ గారి శిలా శాసనానికి ఎదురొస్తే వాళ్ళ పాలిట మరణ శాసనం తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం రాయబోతుంది. రాహుల్ గాంధీ గారి సందేశమే దేశం నలుమూలలకు చేరవేయడానికి ఈ రోజు జంతర్ మంతర్కు వచ్చినాం సోదరులారా.
Okay, closing comments quickly from our panelists. Krishank, I'll begin with you. I'm part of that address at Jantar Mantar. You also had Revanth Reddy saying that all that BRS does is drama. The family has resorted to a whole lot of drama and has never delivered to the backward classes.
Well, we are standing with them in the assembly. We are supporting them. And this is what he wants to. I mean, when he wants to take us and go together on this subject, he shouldn't be talking politics. But he has chosen this. So that itself explains that this entire platform, what they've created, is only divert the OBCs, make politics, gain some votes out of them or some attention, and divert from the major issue of their governance and then administration. Otherwise, why should actually BRS or BRS's politics come into place now? If you really want to go forward, take the prime opposition with you. We are there with you. We have supported you in the assembly also. And definitely, one thing is, in the Rajya Sabha, our leaders, I mean, for instance, today, Banakacharla, our KR Suresh Reddy has raised the issue. We've requested. So such is the case. If Rahul Gandhi ji is talking about this in the Lok Sabha, if any other of their leader Kharge ji or Sonia ji is talking in Rajya Sabha, nothing like it, we are there to support them. So gain support in this. Only then you can deliver justice for the OBCs. But rest apart, we do not think that Revanth Reddy ji's effort is sincere. It is definitely political. And that is why he wants to divert, and that is why he wants to blame the game on the BRS.
Okay. Subhash Garu, your final comment on whether the BJP is for or against this proposed reservation of 42%.
We are 100% in favor of 42% reservations. As promised in the Kama Reddy declaration, You give 42% reservation exclusively to BC community. We are not against Muslims. We are not against BCs on that. In fact, we have the Prime Minister of this country from the BC community. So we demand that whatever you have promised, you just implement on that. Don't mix and then, they confuse and make, something which is really, the shortfalls and then the gaps in that ordinance, where people can go to High Court or the Supreme Court and then stall this process on that, because upcoming elections are coming, local body elections, where the sarpanches don't the villages don't have the sarpanches. Almost 2,400 crores from the central government funds have been just stalled because there are no sarpanches, and development of the villages have been just halted in that. We demand that immediately, as per the High Court direction, by September 30th, conduct the elections and then make the reservations bill, BC's the bill just implemented, and then make it a reality. But don't include that for 10% Muslims. This is not Muslims reservation bill. This is BC reservation bill.
Okay, so approval then with caveats. I'll let Mr. Reddy have the final say, recognizing that it's 2 versus 1. Mr. Reddy, go ahead.
See, if that is the case, like N.V. Subhashji said, if there are such observations in our bills which were sent to the Honorable Governor, they should have, sent back. There are no such observations. That's the reason they forwarded to the Honorable President of the country. So come on, let us not do, dirty politics on the increase of 42% reservation to BCs. So I request BJP spokesperson to kindly put a full stop. Let us not do such a cheap politics when it comes to the increase of reservation to the BCs, because you people are not inclined towards the increase. So you are playing such dirty games. And coming to the BRS party leader, I don't think like I need to remind the filthy language which has been used by their boss KCR during the agitation of Telangana. When there is an agitation going on, when there is a protest going on, if not in Telangana but in Jantar Mantar, there will be some heated exchange of words. Yes, it will happen, but it is for a legitimate fight. It is for a legitimate increase of reservations for BCs to 42%.
Okay.
So if you are not sailing with us, kindly shut your mouth, but don't do any such dirty politics.
Okay. All right. We'll end it there. Let's not get this. Let's not make it ugly now.
No, this
gentlemen.
is very nasty.
I understand. And that's
Akshita ji, I have one request. Akshita, now apart from that, one important request is the Congress government
has ever been to Delhi
has
on these
still not kept
reservations.
the figures of
Hold
the
on,
Had they
Mr.
ever
Reddy,
been
hold
to Delhi
on,
on these
hold on.
reservations? My straight question is, had they
point.
ever been to Delhi on these
Okay,
reservations?
Mr. Reddy, just
Akshita
hold on.
ji.
Prashant, there's a brief point
Akshita
to
ji,
make.
please.
Yeah.
Akshita ji, in the caste census also, because they're calling it as a role model caste census, we request them that till now they have not kept the facts out in open. How many Yadavs are there in Telangana? How many Mudirajs are there? How many
You hadn't put the census at all.
Typically, all these castes,
In your
we
government,
have to get the numbers
you
out.
have done a
Okay,
survey.
all right.
These
all
are
right.
not
We're going to
just
end it
outside.
here. We're going to end it here. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time, for joining us here on India Today. You can make out how heated an issue this is in Telangana. Ultimately, will this proposed quota become a reality or not? It will depend on what really happens in the days to come and what the president has to say. Beyond that, also whether the courts will agree to this. So all that will depend on really how strong a case Revanth Reddy and the government is able to build for this a reservation increase that they're looking at in Telangana. We'll leave it at that. Let's cut across to more breaking news coming in. And let's get to the latest updates coming in from Dharamsthala in Karnataka. Here on India Today, we've been tracking all the updates on the investigation into those claims made by an alleged whistleblower when he said I buried hundreds of bodies over decades in Dharamsthala. What's the latest update? The Karnataka police have confirmed that 3 poisonous substances have been found in the skeletal remains. Remember that skeletal remains so far have been found in 2 of the 11 sites where excavations have happened. 15 sites identified, 4 more where they're yet to dig through, but 2 places, sites where skeletal remains have been found. And the Karnataka police have confirmed right now that poisonous substances have been found in the remains. The Human Rights Commission has also taken suo motu cognizance of this. All cases related to unnatural deaths also, which were filed along the same time, All of it has been transferred now to the special investigation team that's actually at the core of this entire investigation. They're the ones who've been taking that alleged whistleblower from one side to another to dig up at each of these spots and see if there are any remains. Sagai Raj is joining us live with the latest updates on this. Sagai, run us through all the latest that's coming from the Karnataka police. What really does it mean when the police say that, poisonous substances have been found in the remains? Do they believe that that gives you a sense of the cause of death?
No, it is all found in the FSL lab, and the FSL lab is still examining with all those skeletal remains, because everything was collected at that spot. And if you notice that not only skeletal remains, they have also collected soil samples in spot number 11 and 6, where they found skeletal remains. And as we speak now, the exhibition process at spot number 11A has been concluded. Remember why it has been named as 11A, because the spot which was being shown by the former sanitation worker was of 15, and 15 out of 15 they have shortlisted 13. And when they tried to dig at spot number 11, they couldn't find anything. Just adjacent to spot number 11, they found the skeletal remains there. So that is the reason it is called 11A. And the process started day before yesterday, on Monday. And even after that, there was Panchanama soil sample, everything which has been collected. Even today, the exhibition process is happening at 11A, and according to police sources, the exhibition process will continue at 11A tomorrow again. And what police sources are telling India today is that they have found a lot of scattered skeletal remains in 11A, and that is the reason they are forced to continue with the exhibition process there. And after that, they will get on to their field work for 2 days, where they will collect more evidence, and they will talk to people and gather evidence. And after that, they'll continue with the exhibition process at spot number 13.
Okay, so we will track all the latest updates that come in right now on the investigation. As Sagai tells us, there have been 2 sites where skeletal remains have been found. Investigation is still on, so we cannot confirm right now what these remains are, what does it indicate, what does it hint towards. The investigation right now continues, and we'll get you every update on that. Thanks for the moment, Sagai, for joining us. And sticking to news from Karnataka, let's tell you about the Bengaluru Yellow Line Metro, which will be unveiled, inaugurated in just a few days from now by Prime Minister Modi. And before that, there's a big political tug of war. Bengaluru's big metro leap has now become ground zero for a fresh centre versus state showdown. Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivakumar was seen on board the metro, and he's hit out at the BJP, saying that this project was rushed. He's also lashed out at BJP MP Tejasvi Surya in particular. And these are the exact words he used. He said Tejasvi Surya is a boy in a hurry. Now, Tejasvi Surya hit back, accusing DK Shivakumar of viewing timely projects as a crime. So you're seeing this back and forth that's playing out even as Prime Minister Modi is all set to inaugurate the Yellow Line Metro. It's a 19.15 kilometer line built at a cost of 7,610 crores. It's got 16 stations. It will be inaugurated by the Prime Minister on Sunday.
19 kilometers has to be operated. Just 30th we have got permission. So Prime Minister also is coming to Bangalore, and he has given his time. A small program will be organized. It is a program between Government of India and Government of Karnataka. It is not only Government of India program. It is a Government of India. We both are the partners in it. Engines have not come. Only 3 trains have come right now. So we'll run by a span of 25 minutes per train now. One more train is coming in the late of this month. So 4 trains will add on the line.
I have been consistently trying to get the Yellow Line Metro expedited and opened, as, to borrow his words, as urgently as possible. And for this reason, he has attacked me, my age, and called me a young boy in urgency. I am appalled that the Deputy Chief Minister considers a crime for somebody, a public representative, to ask public projects to be opened on time in an expedited fashion. I want to very clearly tell him that I belong to a generation of politicians under Narendra Modi who believes that development must be fast-tracked and delivery must be accountable and done in a fast manner. DK Shivakumar and the Congress party represents the politics of delay. Their culture and attitude towards public projects is very clear on how they went about governing the country for so many years. Indira Gandhi would lay the foundation stone for a project and Sonia Gandhi has come and inaugurated it. This is the culture of delay that they represent. This is Narendra Modi's New India, where we put the foundation stone and our Prime Minister comes and inaugurates it without any delay for the public.
Why to hurry?
This is the, why to hurry?
That's what he is asking.
Exactly, why to hurry? Because the city is choking. People spend from the constituency that I represent, from which primarily is the beneficiary of the Yellow Line, people spend 2.5 hours one way going to work. They don't have zero traffic special corridors made available when they go to work in the morning, like the CM and the Deputy CM get. They spend 2.5 hours every day one way to go to office. And you are saying why it is not being opened urgently? Why the MP is making a plea for urgency or expedited opening?
Irrespective of what BJP has to say or their MPs have to say, it is a fact that the state government contributes equally, whether it's in Metro or whether it's in Jal Jeevan Mission. Unfortunately, the BJP MPs like to do Ji Huzuri to their bosses and they want to show that they're more loyal than the king. That's all is happening.
Now it turns out Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivakumar, who took a scooty ride to go ahead and show off a brand new flyover, the Hebbal flyover in Bengaluru. It turns out the scooty that he was on, it's actually got this massive fine of 18,500 rupees. The two-wheeler that DK Shivakumar is riding there atop the brand new flyover, it turns out there's a fine of 18,500 rupees on that, which has led to a huge controversy again. DK Shivakumar, in all likelihood, of course, was completely unaware of the same. But there are multiple pictures now that the BJP has also put out that shows this bike being caught for different traffic violations. The BJP's questioned whether it's one law for DK Shivakumar and another for the common people in the state. Why is it that DK Shivakumar wasn't caught for the fact that this bike had so many pending dues? This was meant to be a photo op to show off the brand new Hebbal flyover, where you had DK Shivakumar riding the scooty atop the flyover. But that picture has now gone viral for all the wrong reasons, because that very yellow scooty you see, it's got a fine of over 18,000 rupees slapped on it. Okay, let's move on and get you the latest updates from Tamil Nadu. Months away from elections, it's all about freebies in the state. There's a fresh political showdown over laptops. Who's dispersing laptops for free for students in Tamil Nadu? Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has revived the free laptop scheme, announcing that 20 lakh college students will receive laptops with a massive 2,000 crore allocation. So he's announced that here on, these laptops will be given out. The AIADMK, however, has highlighted how Chief Minister Stalin's announcement came right after AIADMK Chief Edappadi Palaniswamy accused DMK of halting the original scheme that was launched by Jayalalitha. And EPS in his campaign had said, if we're brought to power, we will go ahead and reinstate the free laptop schemes. And immediately after that, the DMK has announced that, yes, we're going to head and resume this particular policy. This was something that Jayalalitha had first brought in, giving laptops to students. DMK has dismissed AIADMK's credit claim, saying that at this point, the AIADMK doesn't even stand a chance of winning in the upcoming elections.
கல்வியை சுற்றியும் அறிவை சுற்றியும் ஆற்றலை சுற்றியும் செயல்படக்கூடிய முன்னெடுப்புகளோட வரிசையில அடுத்து கல்லூரி படிக்கும் 20 லட்சம் மாணவர்களுக்கு லேப்டாப் தரப்போறோம்.
அத இப்ப நிறுத்திட்டாங்க. மீண்டும் அதிமுக ஆட்சி உங்களுடைய மகத்தான ஆதரவு அமையும். நம்முடைய மாணவர்களுக்கு நிறுத்தப்பட்ட இந்த லேப்டாப் கொடுக்கப்படும். இந்த திட்டம் தொடரும்.
Damage done by ADMK is much more than what they are promising today. They had brought in NEET. Many families have affected, and many, what I can say, many students who had acquired good marks in their school education has could not get admission in medical colleges and committed suicide. That was because of Edapadi. Before that, there was no need. So whatever he says, he just wants to make himself present, that's all.
Okay, let me bring in Pramod Madhav for more details on this. He's joining us live from Chennai. Pramod, I very often refer to Tamil Nadu as the OG freebie state. It's of course spread across the country, but this is where freebies were first born. So take us through really the credit war over, this laptop scheme. What's the reality of it? When was it first launched?
Certainly, Lakshita. It was launched during the period of Jayalalitha during almost 2016 elections. And what happened post that is that for certain years, there was some issue with procurement and distribution of these laptops after DMK came to power. And there's already a kind of issue in the assembly where Thangam Tennarasu was providing a kind of response to AIADMK's allegations, which Edapadi K. Palaniswamy once again brought forward, claiming DMK has halted the distribution of these laptops. But what happened today is that the Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, who spoke in front of several youth and almost giving out 2,500 plus appointments, work appointments for them, he went ahead and said that the state has achieved a GDP, growth rate, economic growth rate, which has touched the double digits after 14 years, coming up to 11.19%, which is almost 2.2% higher than the prediction that was even by the DMK government. And then he said that with this good news, he would go ahead and also announce that 20 lakh laptops would be distributed to the students as well, the college students. And this is where the credit war actually started, while EPS and AIADMK claims that it was their scheme, and now DMK wants to go ahead and say that they are actually distributing it. However, DMK is in power and the Chief Minister has made a big promise now, Akshita.
Irrespective of the politics, students at the end of the day will benefit, whichever party is bringing in this laptop scheme. Thanks very much, Pramod, for joining us with those details. Quickly, let's also get you an update on the allegations against several Tollywood celebrities in the betting app case. The Enforcement Directorate has been probing this. Particularly active Vijay Deverakonda, who appeared before the ED today. He's spoken out about the allegations against him and why he appeared before the ED. Prakash Raj was questioned days ago by the Enforcement Directorate. Today, Vijay Deverakonda appeared before the agency. He's maintained that he's done nothing wrong. He says there's a very clear difference between betting apps and gaming apps. So he says, I've promoted gaming apps, not betting apps. And he's maintained that whatever the Enforcement Directorate has asked of him, details, transactions, documents, account statements, he's handed all of that over.
Gaming apps అనేటివి completely legal, recognized by the government, licensed as a business. వాళ్ళకి GSTలు, TDSలు, కంపెనీలు, it's fully registered, recognized by Supreme Court and various state governments. అది గేమింగ్ యాప్. రైటో రాంగో మన దేశంలో డిసైడ్ చేయడానికి సుప్రీం కోర్ట్ ఉంది, స్టేట్ గవర్నమెంట్లు ఉన్నాయి. వాళ్ళు ఓకే అంటే మనకు డిస్కషన్ ఉండకూడదు. సో ఐ థింక్ దే ఆర్ ద బాడీస్ టు డిసైడ్ what is right and what is wrong. Thank you, guys.
So Vijay Deverakonda saying that he's not indulged in any wrongdoing, but mind you, there are many other celebrities whose turn now will be coming in the next few days to appear before the Enforcement Directorate. That's all we have time for in this edition of Super 6. Thanks for tuning in.